This is TVRS, a community built in VrChat by PHIA, a popular VR YouTuber who makes content about hot topics in VRChat. And today, I'll be showing you guys around, as well as interviewing some of the staff, including PHIA, so make sure you stick around to see that. TVRS stands for the Virtual Reality Show, which is a YouTube channel hosted by the one and only PHIA. And on the surface, it seems like she is just a regular VR content creator like everyone else, who makes content based around communities and worlds, but it gets a bit more than that. Not only is PHIA's content very entertaining, but she also has a community in VRChat that, dare I say, is the kindest, most welcoming, and the most fun group in VRChat. Now I want to get this out of the way first. I am a staff member for the TVRS community in VRChat for almost 3 years now, but I'm making a completely unbiased video on the community. So with that being said, let's dive in deeper. So, what does this group do exactly? Well, every day, TVRS hosts hangouts where everyone in the community is welcome to join on VRChat. They do hangouts where they play different games in VRChat or just sit around and chill. Every day has a certain type of hangout, whether it's games, a chill hangout, or a host decision, which gives whoever is hosting the freedom of choosing what the group does. It's a recurring schedule, so for example, if you join it on Tuesday one week and it's game night, next Tuesday will also be a game night. And if you join Wednesday one week and it's chill night, then next Wednesday will also be a chill night. The times of these hangouts are EU and US time friendly, so days have earlier start times and some days have later start times to accommodate for time zones. No matter where you are, you will always be able to join. Of my many years in VRChat, I have been around countless communities, but the TVRS community may be my favorite. And that's genuinely how I feel. Again, I'm completely unbiased. The people who regularly show up to the hangouts are so sweet and are a joy to be around for everyone. In TVRS, you can find a lot of different types of people. Nerds, furries, generally a lot of people with different talents, so no matter who you are, you'll fit right in. I think it's genuinely impossible to join a TVRS hangout and not make a friend or two. Obviously, PHIA can't make it to every hangout ever. In fact, she's a rare appearance. So instead, we have our handy-dandy staff team to host the hangouts every day, along with planning and coordinating events, which I'll get into momentarily. You want to stick around for that, I promise. You can easily make friends with any staff member. There's no mean people allowed in the staff team. There are 3 different ranks, I put in quotations because I don't know how else to describe them, of different staff. They're the leads, senior leads, and community managers. The leads are who hosts the hangouts every day, and if you apply to become part of the staff team, that's who you'd be. You are permitted to host, and they're allowed to be in staff at our events. Next are our senior leads, which is where I am. We are allowed to plan and even host events, not just hangouts. Our events are a lot more planned out and are a lot more advertised than our hangouts. And lastly is the community managers. If we have any events, or we need special permission to do anything in events or hangouts, the community manager is who you need permission from in order to do them. If I wanted to host a VRChat photography challenge, for example, I would need to run it by the community manager, in which usually we would have a meeting about it. So what are these events? Well, TVRS events are like nothing else. They range from anything you could think of: live music, community challenges, game tournaments, talent shows, or even events collaborating with big people or communities. We had this event once where we interviewed a ton of different VR content creators, including Philian and Jar, you know, the person who makes every game you've ever played in VRChat. And typically after every event, we have an after party where everyone is welcome to join to listen to live music and chat for hours. It seems like no matter what the event is, it's always super fun and always super popular. One of our events had 5 instances of up to 80 people. I forgot how many people there was exactly, but I remember it being at least a few hundred. So first of all, can you introduce yourself and explain what you do in the community?
Right, well, hello, I am Lucius Wolf, and I am one of the senior leads of TVRS. I am responsible for special events and daily hangouts.
Thank you, Lucius. How long have you been a member in TVRS?
I have been a member since February of 2024, so that is almost 2 years now.
Nice, you're catching up to me, even though that's kind of impossible. If you could describe TVRS in only a couple words, what would they be?
Camaraderie. It is a very heartwarming and chill place.
Mm-hmm. Do you have like any favorite like types of hangouts that you do?
Well, I'm biased, but I am very fond of the game hangouts.
Me too. Me too.
Specifically because they can be very chaotic and like out of control every once in a while. And I
Me too.
love that energy from everybody.
Yeah, I love our like the people who usually show up to them, our frequently present members. I love them all. Do you have anything to say to anyone who's interested?
Oh, absolutely join us. So, okay, for real. VrChat is one of those things. I like to talk to people about this because like VrChat is the internet in the form of a VR
VR game.
media, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, is a VR social media. So you can have an infinite amount of first impressions of VrChat. It can be like the greatest or the worst thing you could ever see, depending on where you go first. And TVRS is such a wonderful community to learn about VrChat in general, just because of the wide scope of things we do. We have chill chat, chill hangouts, chill game hangouts, special events. We do try to bring like live musicians, all sorts of talented people into the community. So every week you can find not only like the usual things we do that are already so much fun, but like on a monthly basis we always try to do something extra special. And I think it's such a good way to like learn the limits of VrChat as a game, as a platform, because there's so many talented people doing such wonderful things. So TVRS is a very good like nexus to all of that, in my opinion.
All right, hi. I'm here with Seven. They show up frequently to hangouts, so I thought it'd be good to interview them. So introduce yourself, Seven.
Okay, I'm Seven. I'm a cat girl. I think it's pretty obvious. I like space stuff. That's pretty much to it.
Astronomy.
It's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, astronomy.
That's cool.
Yes.
How long have you been in the community, Seven?
I want to say like quite a few years. I can't remember what exact year it was, but what I can remember is like it was like the early on stages of VrChat. So I would say around 4 or 5 years ish.
Okay, so you're like an OG. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a random question, just so you know. Have you been to our events?
Yeah, I think I've been to like 2 or 3 of them.
Do you remember which ones they were?
I would say like around the DJ Bunny sets, when there was like the smaller DJ artists like coming
Club
in,
Bunny?
you know, playing. Club Bunny. I really like those, and I'm sad I missed the Pride one. I think it was the Pride one that I missed, but next time, maybe next time.
Yeah, of course, we do that every year. How often do you show up at the daily hangouts?
I want to say 2, 3 hangouts per week.
So you're pretty consistent. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty consistent. And if I don't show up, people are like, where did you go? Where's Seven?
No, people think you're dead.
Who took Seven? Yes. They're like, oh, we missed her. Oh no.
Why? Can you explain why you show up at the community so often?
I would say it's a very fun group to be around. I like hanging out with most of the people there. They're chill. You will most likely find somebody who has a lot in common with you. It's easy to make friends there. And
yeah, well said. Oh, welcome back. That will be in the video. I'm keeping that in.
Yes, what's a curse with this in TVRS? Bad Wi-Fi. Totally.
It's totally TVRS's fault.
But like as I was saying, it becomes like a big giant group of friends. It doesn't feel like very awkward. It feels very like welcoming, chillax, peaceful.
Family.
And you're like family, I would say. Yeah, and that's why I end up like showing up most of the hangouts. So like if I feel like I'm having a trash day, I know I can just go into the hangout and like be instantly cheered up by like so many amazing people within the community. Yeah.
First of all, thank you for being here. You want to introduce yourself and describe what you do for the community?
Hi, my name is Aeon. I'm the community manager and head lead for the virtual reality show and the Hangout group. So, largely speaking, a lot of it has to do with the community manager side, which is helping organize events, put things together, work with other communities to try and set up collaborations. And you have the head lead side of things, which is largely making sure the staff is prepared for everything that they need, getting sign-ups set up for our daily hangouts, running meetings between our senior leads and our normal leads. A lot of that, as well as acting as communication between moderators in Discord and our staff in VrChat.
So how long have you been a member, and more specifically, how long have you been moderating?
So I joined TVRS in February of 2024. In April of that year, I became a group lead, which is just kind of like your run-of-the-mill runs Hangouts. And then in, I want to say, April of this year, I was reached out to by PHIA to become a moderator for the Discord as well as the community manager.
Sick. So you must have done some pretty good stuff while you were just a lead.
I'd assume so. Apparently I did something right.
If you could describe TVRS in just a couple words, what would they be?
If I had to do it in a couple words, I would say welcoming and friendly. But to give the full answer, I would say it is a community that is a wonderful place to get your first steps in VR. Welcoming, warm, and safe. And it is how I got my first steps in VR. And it's the best decision I ever made.
It's one of my better decisions in life. Is there anything in the community you want to be changed in the future, like maybe more frequent events or anything like that?
Yep, definitely more frequent events. I do miss the studio events. The large events are always fun. At the same time, though, more events is also in my neck of the woods, so...
Yeah, right? Yeah, all the events take place right in this studio we're in right now. And lastly, do you have anything to say to anyone who may be interested in joining?
If you're looking for a community that is active and has moderators that keep things safe and fun, if you're looking for a place that is welcoming, inclusive, and just wants everyone to have a fun time and see the best parts of VR, the virtual reality show is the place. And PHIA is the person that has built an amazing community with a staff that is dedicated to her because of the amazing things she's done.
Well, thank you again for being here. I really appreciate it. So I'm sure you don't need an introduction, but can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is PHIA. I'm the host of the Virtual Reality Show YouTube channel, and in VrChat, I host the TVRS Hangouts with my community and all the amazing people who come in staff and host these events for new players and returning players to come enjoy themselves and have fun in VrChat.
Yeah, they're always great. They're my favorite events in VrChat that I've been through. So what drove you to make the TVRS channel probably like 5 years ago?
Jeez, wow. Yeah, so the original idea for TVRS is that I had tried VR for the very first time, and I knew that I wanted that to make that my entire life. I felt so connected to it. But the hard part was I was going to school for just kind of random, aimless stuff at the time. I was only 20, and I was like, okay, what can I do to try and make VR my job? And I was thinking, and I was like, okay, well, I'm good at talking, and I'm good at being excited about things. What if I put it together on a YouTube channel and start a community of people who will also feel my excitement? And here we are 5.5 years later. It's grown more than I could have ever imagined at the time.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I decided to not go to college. I'm going to take a gap year, and if content does well for that first year, then I'll keep pursuing it. But if it isn't going as well as I wanted to, then I'll just go to college for something. I don't know yet. You really made one of the best communities I've ever seen on VrChat. What are your own thoughts on it?
Oh my gosh, I love the TVRS community. They're my favorite people of all time, and maybe I'm biased, but I guess
Naturally.
some of the funnest part about being the leader of a community is that I know what I love and what I value in VR and the types of people that I want to be around and the types of things that I want to see and encourage. And it is this really amazing feeling whenever I'm taking this step to put myself out there when it comes to my content, and then other people who are the same kinds of people as me, they have the same thoughts about the world and VR and all of it, they find it, and we kind of bridge this gap to where I find a home and a family, and they find a home and a family, and we create this explosive
That's
little
really sweet.
environment. It's so weird. It's like this magnetic energy where it's like, okay, I want people to be happy, I want them to be self-expressive, I want to see the coolest things being done in VR and pushing the frontiers. All the people who feel the same way just end up here. We all end up here together, and we're all joining forces, and it's like, I don't know how I couldn't be the happiest person in the world knowing that I've had a part in
Yeah, right?
starting something like that.
I started watching your content very early when I got into VRChat. I was a little rebel at 12 years old, and I played VRChat for the first time. I've been playing for 6 years now, and I remember watching a video of yours for one of my first videos watching VR. It was pretty great. Do you have a favorite video of yours? And if so, why is it?
That's a great question. I don't know if anybody's ever asked me if I have a favorite video of mine.
Just wait
Yeah,
until the
here.
next
Right.
question.
Oh no. Oh no. I don't have a definitive favorite video, and I think at a certain point you always have amount of detachment when you're making a video, so it's like, oh, this is my favorite video I've made yet, it's gonna be the best one. Oh, this is the worst
Yeah.
video I've ever made, it's the worst thing in the entire world. And then you post it and it's like, oh yeah, it's just a video, you know? I'm
Right,
gonna keep
yeah.
on trying harder and do better next time. So there's always these string of emotions attached into video making that makes it hard to even really be able to feel objectively like what is my best and what is my worst. I would say some of my favorite videos that I've made are the ones where I really try and challenge myself and I push myself to do things that make me uncomfortable. So one of my favorite videos I ever made was the flight simulator one, where I went
Hell
into
yeah.
the Black Aces community
Hell
in
yeah.
VRChat.
Watch that.
That was very, very fun, but it was only because I was miserable the entire time. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, none of these buttons make sense, and you're scratching my brain, and I'm like studying YouTube videos and taking notes like a physicist. I'm like, I haven't done this since I was in high school, but it ignited that passion for me and also forced me to see a brighter or a broader side to VRChat than I would naturally be inclined to. And I think for myself, that's one of the best parts about making videos, is that it forces me to go into situations like that where I'm uncomfortable, but I end up doing something fun and new and have something really awesome to share with people because of that. It was crazy. Some of those shots ended up being so great too. We had one of our friends who has done some editing for us before come in, and he was just flying around in his avatar with all these crazy camera shots, and then we went and edited the video, and I put like funk music for this like compilation on top of the different like shots that he had done, and I cut them all up, and I don't know, there's just something special about about that experience.
Do you have a favorite event you hosted in VRChat?
Ooh, favorite event. Oh, that's a really good one. All right, let me think about this one again for a second too. Okay, I'll do two. I'll do the one that's like half and half, and then the one that's like actually good. So I want to say that my favorite event I ever hosted was the celebrity interviews.
I was talking about that
second
in
one.
my script.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Yeah,
That was by far the best event. We had multiple holograms in the world. We had tons of people showed up. We were featured on the front page of VRChat, the Steam page, the quick menu. Like, so many people
Oh my
showed up, and it
goodness.
was
I
amazing.
know, it was so hype.
But it was also the most stressful event of all time because we did get the video players hacked into
Right,
within the first like 20 minutes of setting up. And we
I
thought
remember
we
that.
were so tight on all the control, and you know, we had already plans that like probably no matter what, something is gonna happen that's gonna cause this event to be chaos with it just being blasted everywhere. But if we just take some of the technical parts aside, then by far that was one of the greatest experiences, was being featured by VRChat themselves. Like what
That was
what better compliment is there than that?
I really like that one. That was probably one of my favorites. My first event that you hosted that I went to, I think I was just a normal member at the time, was Oh, the holiday party that you had with a bunch of live music for like 4 hours.
That was gonna be my other answer.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry to
love
take that
doing
from
the
you.
holiday parties. I'm glad that you appreciated that. Those holiday parties are so fun. I remember back during the very first Christmas party that we had at TVR Studio, I asked Sly, the world creator of TVR Studio, I was like, we have to have a Christmas version. He was like, all right, let's put together a Christmas version. So we did all the decorations and everything, and then we hosted a couple big joint annual Christmas events between me and Thrill. So the TVRS and Thrill Seeker communities kind of coming together. And it was, oh my gosh, some of those numbers we got for those were insane. Like we had
know.
like 5 full instances at one point. I was like, what is going on?
That is also in my script.
Just the amount of hype levels, crazy. Oh, okay, cool, yes. Thank you. Plugging us up right there.
Of course, naturally. So before you post a video, do you have any like inspiration for posting? Like, do you want to have a way to get people into VR just comfortably, or?
Yeah, there's been a lot of things that have inspired me over time when it comes to posting my videos. I guess more than anything, it just comes out of a love for the space and a love for the game and the medium. I get inspired by all these different things and I want to investigate them further. And then in the course of that, I usually end up making videos because of this topic that I'm already interested in or this community that I'm already interested in. So it typically evolves pretty naturally. But as far as the long-term goals go, I have way bigger and broader ambitions than I think just a YouTube channel could ever go. I want to make things, I want to make experiences, I want to make games and places, and I really want to take VR to the next level in whatever ways that I can. And so Thrill and I are constantly making moves towards doing that as much as possible. But in the meantime, as we just take things day to day, making videos and having an awesome VRChat community is kind of the best thing that I can go for to just keep my momentum up.
Yeah, I think you guys are doing a really good job in that. Unbiased completely, you two are my favorite content creators for VR. I remember always like watching Thrill's Tuesday News Days while I was like eating breakfast or something. But those were some of my favorite memories. Do you have any words for people who may be interested in the community?
Absolutely. If you are interested in VRChat and you have yet to find a place that makes you feel safe, welcome, or inspired, or have just had trouble connecting with people in general, there is literally no better place, and I can put my entire heart into saying that we worked so hard to make this the coolest place in VRChat for anyone of all backgrounds, and I guarantee that just by coming to an event, you will be led towards your right group of people that you need to find that'll make your life better through VR.
Well, that was awesome. That was really sweet. Thank you so much. If you're looking for a group of people to play games with on VRChat, or if you're new to VRChat, I highly suggest this group. If I had to choose one community to be around, it would be this one. I love everyone here, not just the staff, but the everyday people. If you're interested in joining, I'll leave the VRChat group and Discord in the description, so be sure to check it out. Also, check out the TVRS channel. Loads of great content there that I personally take inspiration from. Well, that wraps it for this video. If you enjoyed it, leaving a like would mean a lot to me, and subscribing is always free and makes me happy. And unsubscribing is always free too, if that's what you want to do. I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye. Lastly, one more thing. I wanted to explain why this video is so late. I want to upload every week, but for the first 2 weeks that I didn't upload, I was pretty sick. And also, I had concerts to go to in real life. Which real life is always going to take more priority to me than my virtual one, lol. And this video specifically took a lot longer to record than my other ones because I needed to fit other people's schedules as well as make their schedules fit my own. And for that, I apologize. I'm going to try to be a bit more consistent. Next week, I'm going to try to upload 2 videos, and also I'm going to be trying something new next week where I am going to just be releasing content of me and my friends playing games because I just want to see how that will do, see if you guys like it or not. If you do, then I'll be sure to do more of it. Yeah, I just wanted to explain why I've been so absent recently.